16-year-old girl with fluid in her lungs, no previous trauma, lung or cardiac issues, gram stain was negative, no bacteria, no pneumonia.
She's a factory worker. I mean, she probably works close to a lot of recent immigrants.
Thank God some of those offshore sweatshop jobs are coming back to America.
She's an emancipated minor.
In a factory? Either an Olympic gymnast who busted her leg, a child star who blew all her sequel money on drugs, or she's just a lying runaway.
Her parents died last year, no relatives. To avoid foster care, she got a GED and got emancipated.
Could have picked up a parasite from a coworker.
Should be having GI problems. Pregnancy is more likely. Sparks of fluid overload, hits the lungs, causes the pulmonary edema.
Her history says she's not sexually active.
And our history says she could be lying.
But not every teenager is having sex.
But every teenager is stupid. Teenagers on their own are stupider.
The girl's holding down a job makes her rent.
On the one hand, Cutner's right. Maybe she's a sweet young thing who's not a screw-up lying through her teeth. On the two hand, pregnancy test only takes 5 minutes and we no longer kill rabbits, so in conclusion, shut up, do the test, what else?
Drugs could damage the heart. Pressure imbalance allows fluid to build up in the lungs.
Tox screen's clean.
For drugs used recently, not for drugs used before recently.
16 doesn't automatically mean a risky lifestyle.
Didn't we just have this conversation? Cutner trusts her, someone else doesn't. So, in conclusion, shut up, check her home and work for toxins or drugs. Cutner and Foreman, do an echo. Find the extent of the heart damage.
I told you I don't do drugs.
Still a good idea to check your heart. Something else could have damaged it. You find it hard being all on your own? Having to do everything without...
Drugs to ease my pain?
That's not...
Teenager on her own? I wouldn't trust me either.
I meant it must be hard. No one there to back you up.
I know you're trying to be nice, but I'm not into the whole pity thing.
I was actually doing the I get it thing. I lost my parents when I was 6. It doesn't go away, but it gets easier. You learn to deal.
I still get nervous when there's a knock on the door. Always think it's the state trooper. With more bad news.
You already got the worst news and survived. That's sort of the upside. Your heart's healthy.
Isn't that good news?
For your heart, yeah. But it also means we still don't know what's wrong.
Stay the hell away from me!
Just calm down.
What happened?
I adjusted her IV and she went crazy.
Don't touch me! Leave me alone!
Sophia, it's okay. We're here to help
Stay
you.
away from me! Don't touch me! I said don't! Get your hands off of me! Get your...
Beta blockers don't cause psychotic breaks.
She's not on beta blockers.
It's what causes lung issues and delirium. And it's not based on wishful thinking that she's safe and happy.
Prince metal angina.
Silent and unhappy is better than vocal and unhelpful. If you'd run the echo that she didn't run before giving her the beta blockers that you didn't give her, if you'd listen to what Cutner just said, you know it's not a heart problem.
Not talking about her heart, talking about her head.
Prince metal angina doesn't affect...
No reason it couldn't cause an artery in the brain to spasm. Leads to the delirium and the pulmonary edema.
Foreman, give her ergonovine to cause vasospasms and run an fMRI to see which artery's dancing.
How'd you find out about your parents?
Told you, state trooper.
Look at that.
Arteries are fine. You can stop.
Not that. I forget, did he come to your house or call you down to the station?
Came to my house. I cried into the guy's shirt for an hour.
Wow.
fMRIs tell us where the blood flow is. You were using your limbic region. Lights up when we use our imagination. It doesn't light up when we're telling the truth. Your parents aren't dead, are they? I risked my job. Put you on a different treatment.
I didn't lie about the drugs.
Then why lie about your parents?
Because I wish they were dead. I got emancipated because my dad raped me. And my mom pretended it didn't happen.
This is Sophia's brain 3 days ago. This is her brain today.
Lesions.
Magical lesions which appear out of nowhere.
She was cured, and she wasn't.
Lesions grew too fast for cancer.
Could be infection, MRSA.
WBC count would be through the roof.
Put the arsenic back.
You want to treat a patient nearly poisoned to death by giving her more poison?
Just because we call something a poison doesn't mean it's bad for you.
It was killing her.
And since she's still dying, the arsenic obviously wasn't killing her. And since she's now getting worse, the arsenic was obviously fighting the killer. It's a hero. We should be organizing a parade.
So, what does arsenic treat?
Syphilis. Before penicillin, the treatment was arsenic.
Well, we already ruled out STDs, and even if we were wrong, that much arsenic in her system would have wiped out the syphilis.
Acute promyelocytic leukemia is still treated with arsenic.
APL explains the lesions and why they appeared after we took the arsenic out.
So, put the arsenic back.
We still have a problem. Arsenic slows leukemia, but it can't cure it. If she wants to see 17, she's gonna need a bone marrow transplant.
The best match would be a sibling or a parent.
Biopsy a lesion, confirm that she's dying, and load her up with arsenic. Keep her alive till you can convince her that rapist marrow and rapist enabling marrow work just as well as the unleaded stuff.
I just need a donor with the same blood type or something, right?
Actually, bone marrow is a little more complex. The best donors are immediate family.
But those donor banks have thousands of names.
Your parents' similar DNA gives you a much better
No.
chance of...
If I do this, I'll owe my life to them. It'd mean everything else that happened was somehow okay. They don't deserve that. They're not in my life. If that means I'm dead, then I'm dead.
Donor list turned up a partial match.
So treat her.
It's only a 3 out of 6.
So don't treat her.
She may not last a week. Partial's better than nothing.
So treat her.
She'll reject it, and she'll be too weak to try again when a better match turns up.
It's my turn now, right?
If a better match turns up.
Well, when you decide, get back to me.
She's scared.
Not scared enough. Tell her the thing about emotional reactions is they're definitionally irrational or stupid. Might want to phrase that in your own words.
She wants to deny her parents the satisfaction of saving her life.
That's your rational explanation of her emotional response.
That was her explanation.
That makes sense. How long did it take her to come up with that?
It was her immediate reaction.
That doesn't make sense.
The fact that it makes sense doesn't make sense.
Emotional is immediate. She went to rational first. Means there was no emotional to process.
You're saying she's lying about being raped?
Wouldn't be her first.
She lied about one trauma to cover a worse trauma.
So, what's worse than rape? Hi, I'm Dr. House. What did you do?
I don't
Something happened, but it wasn't rape.
believe whatever you want.
You're scared and stubborn, and you don't like people feeling sorry for you. Why not?
I don't want pity. I just want to be normal.
But you know you're not. You need people to see how independent you are, how well you're coping. So they won't see the lost, hurt little girl. Because that's not what you see. You see someone who did something terrible, who deserves to suffer, who doesn't deserve to live. What did you do? Eventually, we'll find your parents, if only to deliver the body.
And they won't care.
You're an idiot. You'd rather die than face your parents because, what, you broke their Fabergé egg?
I killed their son. I killed my brother. I was supposed to watch him. He was in the bath. I could hear him laughing. Every time they look at me, it's like I kill him again.
If you don't take your parents' bone marrow, you'll be killing their other child. If they don't hate you now, they will then.